Hey, Internet.
Hello, you have reached the automated answering service of your school. In order to assist you in connecting to the right staff member, please listen to all the options before making a selection. To lie about why your child is absent, press 1. To make excuses for why your child did not do his homework, press 2. To complain about what we do, press 3. To swear at staff members, press 4. To ask why you didn't get information that has already been enclosed in your newsletter and several flyers that have been mailed to you, press 5. If you want us to raise your child, press 6. If you want to reach out and touch, slap, or hit someone, press 7. To request another teacher for the 3rd time this year, press 8. To complain about bus transportation, press 9. To complain about school lunches, press 0. If you realize this is the real world and your child must be accountable and responsible for his or her own behavior, classwork, and homework, and that it's not the teacher's fault for your child's lack of effort, hang up and have a nice day. Thank you for your interest in public education.
Welcome to Worldview Everlasting, your favorite YouTube addiction. And it's Friday, and that means it's time for... Alright, whoa! Alright, Pastor Fisk, I'm a Lutheran and we'll be having a baby in 7 months or so. Woo-hoo! My wife and I want to raise our child in a way that is not of our nation's morals and standard. God bless you. I want to be prepared and take the right steps to ensure my child's well-being. Rock on. I mean, dude, that's awesome. I still feel that I have much to learn and need to gain in order to approach these situations better. That's wisdom right there. Not knowing and knowing that you don't know, that's wisdom. Because as a protective father that I'm already becoming, I need to better understand and learn the best method to help my children understand my intentions. Get ready for the guilt, brother. Yeah, God bless you. It's a hard road, and you got the right attitude though. Awesome. Any help you could give me with materials or anything to further educate myself on this would be greatly appreciated. Keep speaking the truth, brother, and I'll keep watching. God bless you and your home. Thanks. D. You know, right at the start there, kind of the best thing you got going for you is you know that there's a problem with our culture, and you know that you don't know everything. And those two pieces right there are going to cause you to continue to seek out and learn, which is going to be the best tool that you have as you try to apply being a father to your children. Now, off the bat, immediately, what can I tell you need to start doing? I would say begin praying the Psalter if you haven't started. Do it. It's the Christian's prayer book. It's in the Bible for a reason. Yo, and it's beautiful too. And make it a habit of reading the book of Proverbs and believing what it says. Meditate upon it. Dwell on it. Now, some of the sections are little big chunks, so you can't just kind of take one and dwell on it, but sometimes, you know, once you get past chapter 9 and before you hit chapter 30, you can really just take a proverb a day, you know, print it off on your computer or just maybe memorize it, I don't know, but carry it around with you all day and dwell on it. This is wisdom. This is teaching. This is what God would have us talk about on the way, along with the grace of Christ, baptism, the supper, his death and resurrection, all these things, the wisdom of the way God created the world to work. So those are really two of your ultimate resources right there. I should say your divinely inspired resources, the book of Psalms and the book of Proverbs. On top of that, I tell you people, I can't say it enough, if you have not started subscribing to Salvo magazine, you're not doing yourself any favors. This is a wonderfully Christian worldview-ish based quarterly periodical dealing with our culture and kind of the good, the bad, the ugly. Technically, they're pan-denominational. I believe they're an Eastern Orthodox background, but because they don't really get into soteriology or sacramentology, I almost never disagree with this thing. It is all about being a Christian in a world that's anti-Christian and what that means for, you know, how then shall we live and these kinds of questions. I wouldn't call it a magazine on sanctification. That's really getting it completely wrong. It's a magazine on kind of what's right, what's wrong, and where our culture is kind of nuts on that. Keep an eye out. For example, in this recent issue, you have a nice article on Booker T. Washington and his vision for African Americans in America. A little tidbit on a recent Gallup Values and Beliefs survey. A little bit on the extremely fast-growing plastic surgery industry. Some stuff about genes and monkeys. A little bit about making the Netherlands your tourist destination for non-physician assisted suicide. Stuff on atheism. A bit on higher education. I mean, it's just awesome stuff. So when you're talking about arming yourself with understanding of your culture so that you can begin to impart a different culture, a different value within your family, within your village that you're creating in your home, within your tribe. It takes a family to raise a tribe. tribe. Salvo is going to be a great resource for you, at least for the time being. Now, the history of periodicals in the Christian realm in America is that they last about 10 to 15 years before they start going downhill and get taken over by those who have different views and use them for the opposite of what they were intended for. Hello, Christianity Today. Although they're coming around, they're doing better now. So, you know, it's not like a blanket open forever, this is a good thing, but right now it's just a great resource. It's not a bad idea to make yourself aware of some of the other work that's out there, stuff by like James Dobson, when it comes to just straight up child rearing stuff. But you don't want to take what they say as gospel. That is, you don't want to take it as, you know, it has to be this way. But Dobson certainly is a psychologist who's studied kids, and you know, you're going to glean a little bit of wisdom from that too, provided you don't take with it an overemphasis on legalistic life. But if I had to give you, you know, just a couple of things that would be the ultimate places to focus your attention, to focus your wisdom, to focus your goals, now I'm rambling, you need to focus on goals and set yourself, you know, what are the most important things for imparting to your children. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what are the most important things in our family. You take it or leave it what it is. This is what we're doing. Most important thing is we are imparting the Lutheran faith as pure doctrine. This is to help them understand that while there are Christians in other denominations and faith traditions, those Christians are unfortunately believing lies that are being taught to them, which damage their consciences and cause them to struggle more than they ought on things they need not struggle with, because we've got enough struggle just as it is. So the gospel of Jesus Christ for you is central to everything that we do and say. We practice forgiveness in the family regularly. I apologize to my children when I get upset and teach them to do likewise and so forth. I forgive you is a powerful glue for a family. Number two, we're also teaching them that family is the most important thing in this world. This is a biblical point of view. Having children is a blessing. It's not a curse. It's not something we do because they're possessions. We are building a tribe intentionally and trying to create a system of honor and pride, not arrogance, but pride in being a family, in being a community that's going to look out for each other no matter what to the very end. Now, is that guaranteed it's going to work? No, but it's our goal, right? With that, then, we are also focusing heavily on believing in and teaching gender. That our girls are girls and our boys are boys, and they're different because God made them that way, and that kind of rocks, actually. It's not a bad thing. And we're intentionally going to try to impart gender identity to our children because we live in a culture which intentionally tries to steal it from them, and we think that's wrong. Yeah, just like that. So, you know, we encourage our girls to play house, and we get them baby dolls and talk about how great it is to be a mother and what a gift of God it is. With the boy, well, you know, we've had to kind of reboot here. First time for us, you know, he's an infant still, but I'm very much preparing myself to have a different relationship with my son, a relationship which is far more, well, mano y mano. How did that manage to sound effeminate when I said it? Mano y mano. So yeah, focusing on gender identity and imparting to them early on a gladness in who they are and who God created them to be, and what that means for their future role in society, which is, again, a gift of God, vocation. And then you get into the thing of like technology, and this is maybe another major piece in our family. We have not allowed our children and do not allow our children to watch TV before the age of 5. Ironically, this is not based on a Christian idea. This is based on the Association of American Pediatrics and their work, which has shown that before the age of 5, you basically damage your kid's brain by having too many flashing images go on, and so it's better that they don't even see the TV. You can go read about it in they got this big old tome of a book, Your Child Age 1 to 5. And then post age 5, what we're attempting to do is gradually teach them what's called media literacy, or the ability to know what media are, what media do, and to navigate it without having it control you. So for example, when I sit with my 5-year-old and watch some NBA basketball and the commercials come on, sometimes I mute it, but sometimes we watch a commercial and then I mute it, and I turn to my child and I say, so what are they trying to sell you? And we talk about what commercials are and what they're trying to do. Well, did it look good? Did it make it seem like it was something you needed? Isn't that interesting? You know, they just wanted you to spend money. Yada, yada, yada. So, there's 5 things we're doing, and you know, we keep going. But kind of what's important as a parent, if you're just looking at straight up parenting, is you gotta have goals. You gotta set actual strategic points that you want to get your kids to. Do you want your kids to go to college far away? Do you want your kids to go to college near? Do you want your kids to go to college at all? Do you want your kids to remain virgins and get married? Maybe those things need to be thought about in the same realm. Things like that. Psalms, Proverbs, and Salvo magazine. I can't believe I'm putting it on the same level. I'm not. Another good resource would be anything you can find on raising children that was written over 100 years ago. Not because you want to believe everything that's in it, but because it gives you a perspective different than the one you're getting fed by the culture. Yeah? Yeah. So, rock on, man. You're having kids and you care about it. This is important. This is the future of the church. One of the things that we maybe have failed at in American Christianity in the last 50 years is recognizing just how much of a benefit it brings to the church when families decide to be families and have kids. It doesn't mean that it's a law to have children and you must have kids, la la la. Don't go that route with it. But the church benefits from families. This is just a reality. Everyone knows this. Who do you want to join your church? Young families. Duh. Well, hey, young people, let's have families and make the church rock again. Seriously, it's not going to hurt us. So, all right. Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways. You shall eat the fruit of the labor of your hands. You shall be blessed, and it shall be well with you. Your wife will be like a fruitful vine within your house. Your children will be like olive shoots around your table. Behold, thus shall the man be blessed who fears the Lord. The Lord bless you from Zion. May you see the prosperity of Jerusalem all the days of your life. May you see your children's children. Peace be upon Israel. Psalm 128. Whoa!